Going on, guys? Just doing a quick little ad read for the beginning of the episode. So, if you're here and you're listening, go to oneoparlay.com, use the promo code JMP, get you 100% deposit match, $10 to $250. Might as well do it. They're giving you free money to go do whatever you want with it on the site. So, you might as well take advantage of that, especially with the Thanksgiving games coming up and the big college football weekend that we're about to have. So let's go out there, win some money, and let's have a fucking day. Guys, I am recording another episode because I'm trying to get on this new schedule where I post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know it's really unfortunate because I also am posting on almost the same exact schedule as part of my take, but we are going to be talking about today some of the MLB free agency and some of the predictions that I'm seeing from some analysts and some things like that of where players are going to go and just some big free agents, and then a projection of maybe of what the college football playoffs is going to look like. And we're going to talk about a little bit of college basketball, kind of just look at each team just to see how they've been playing, and then go over Monday Night Football and probably talk a little bit about the upcoming Thanksgiving games. But first, we are going to start off with the Monday Night Football game. All I got to say is, for the most part about this game, I told you Bryce Young was garbage. And I know last time we said, oh, well, we're eating our words. Brock Purdy, he's playing so good. He played so good that first game. Dude threw 3 picks in the first half. And they realistically, they should have lost this game. But, Christian McCaffrey gets 30 touches because dude is their entire offense. George Kittle's really, really getting back into his groove. I think that it would really benefit the 49ers if they gave the ball to Brian Robinson more, just because it would switch it up, have a power punch with Brian Robinson, have Christian McCaffrey do everything else, which I know it probably means he wouldn't get a bunch of carries, but I think it would probably help them out a little bit. But the receivers for the 49ers really didn't do shit tonight. I mean, Jawan Jennings, he had 5, and that was their leading receiver of actual receivers. I just, and Brandon Ayuk's also trying to get out. Well, I don't know why. He's literally signed a contract with him last year. But Rico's kind of coming back to earth a little bit as well, which is not great for the Panthers. But Tet is balling. I know he only had 2 catches, but, another touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns last week. And it's just unfortunate that his quarterback's Bryce Young, unless, because a lot of Bryce Young's throws, he was just looked like he was trying to throw the ball away when he's standing in the middle of the pocket. And there's nobody, there was not even that people aren't open. He's just not throwing the ball where he needs to throw it. But Bryce Young, I think, he's still young. He's got time, but dude's got to figure it out. He's absolute cheeks. And Brock Purdy, all I got to say is, told you he's garbage. And then people are saying, oh, Brock Purdy hates getting old. It's been 3 years since he's been playing good. Yeah, but he doesn't play a lot of games where he doesn't have all of his players. We see the 2 of the games that he's played this year, which I think this is his 4th game this year. 2 of them, he's thrown 3 picks, I believe. So, not great from him. And the Panthers, they're pretty... they needed to win this game tonight to really have a chance in their division. So, they're kind of they're kind of looking like they might be screwed with that. And then there's a funny-ass play, too, where dude was trying to get off the field. Who was Tashawn Wharton fucking ran off the field and then dove so that way he would be out of bounds. That was hilarious, even though he didn't even need to dive. That was great. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it for that game. I mean, I really don't have much to say about it. It was not a great game to watch. I was struggling to watch it. I fucking had TikTok up on my phone or whatever, doing some other shit, just chilling. But it was not a fun watch. And Brock Purdy just trying to give the ball away to the other team is insane. Yeah, I mean, not great. So we will move on from that game and move over to, if I can get it pulled up, the Thanksgiving games. So the first one, we have the Lions and the Packers. Now, this game is going to be, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Last time they played, the Packers got the best of the Lions. It was the first game of the season, though. And the Lions' offense wasn't looking amazing. But there's no Josh Jacobs. And the Lions, their pass rush has been really good lately. And the Lions have been on and off. They won, lost, won their last couple games. And they had a lead. Or they were down 10 against the Giants. Got it to overtime, win the game. And, I mean, I don't really know how I see this game going. If I was like to picking wise, I would probably say that I think the Lions are going to win, and it's going to be a low scoring game. And in a low scoring game, I also see that what I think is probably going to happen is that the Lions will probably win like 21 to maybe like 10. Just like not a great game. Unless Gibbs can break out and just absolutely do what he did last week. But the Lions are also starting to get a little more healthy as well because they are getting back. They just got back DJ Reed, and they're close to getting back Terrion Arnold. So that is good news for them. And the Thanksgiving games are going to be fun to watch. I will say that, especially if Joe Burrow is coming back. But other than that, from that game, I mean, it's I think it'll be a good one. I mean, the Lions are the top 3 offense in the league when they're hitting. I mean, obviously, 2 weeks ago, their offense was not doing good against the Eagles, but you're going to have those games, and the Eagles are also one of the best defenses in the league. So, kind of be hard. But the Lions, they got to figure their shit out because they got a decently tough schedule. A lot of division games. Well, not a lot. They got 2 division games in their next 5. Play the Rams, probably the best team in football. The Cowboys, who are coming off of a big win, which they play in 2 weeks, and then they play the Vikings on Christmas. So that'll be a good one. Probably be to see if they win the division or not. But Lions, I think, should win. Jordan Love has not been great. I know he's got a lot of yards, but I think gets them from like 1 or 2 games, and then the rest of the time he just looks like shit. I don't know what Jordan Love's problem is. I mean, their last couple games, besides the Steelers one, they've scored 13, 7, 27, and 23. And it seems like their main receiving target right now is Christian Watson. And that's not great because he is a down the field threat, which is good, but he's normally getting like 3 or 4 catches a game and having like 60 yards. But he's been their guy, which is nice, and getting all their touchdowns basically. So if he can keep that up, then I think that they can have a chance of winning, but I don't see them winning, and I'm definitely taking the Lions to win that game. And I'm not going over any other games besides the Thanksgiving games. Can't think. Brain dead. It's like 3 and 4 in the morning. So I'm just recording this, pre-recording it. And it's going to come out on Wednesday. So anybody listening to this, anything happens in between that time, then don't come at me. And then we got the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Really hoping the Cowboys can win. But don't see it happening. Chiefs defense is really good, which, I mean, so is the Eagles. But the Chiefs, they're in like full playoff mode right now where they're going to try and win all these games. They have to win, basically win out to make the playoffs. So it's going to be a big game for the Chiefs. I think this is probably going to be, and the Cowboys defense is terrible. So there's a good chance that this game is going to be a Mahomes slinging that bitch game. Because their offense in the last couple of weeks, it's been all right, but it hasn't been great. They beat the Colts because the Colts don't know how to play football. They just continually make terrible plays when they need to just get a first down, basically, to run the clock down. And it did not go good for them. But, I mean, the Chiefs, Rashee Rice is probably going to take an absolute shit on the Packers or on the Cowboys. I'll take it. I'm taking the Chiefs for sure to win this game. Like, no doubt in my mind, I'm taking the Chiefs to win. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, probably. I just think that the Chiefs will make the Cowboys not look as good as they have been on offense, because their offense, most games, has been very good. Besides against the Cardinals, their offense was terrible that game. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot of slinging the ball around, a lot of it, because the Cowboys give up fucking 250 passing yards a game. They also give up 125 rushing yards, which isn't good. It's gonna be a good game, probably. Oh, well, maybe not. Tyler Guyton is not supposed to play either, and the Chiefs are also supposed to get Pacheco back this game. Could be bad for the Cowboys if that's the case, because Tyler Guyton's probably is he left or right? I can't remember. I think he's their left tackle. I can't think right now. But I would say if he's out, they're probably going to be getting at Dak, and he's probably going to have to be scrambling a lot. Or they're probably just going to blitz, because Steve Spagnuolo is one of the best defensive coordinators of all time, and they'll probably be sending people at him. So I would, if you got people in fantasy, in this game, I'd be playing them. And the same for this next game is the Bengals and the Ravens. Hopefully, Joe Burrow does not look like he needs any rust to knock off. You know, we're not going to have T. Higgins. So he's going to be throwing to just Jamar, basically. So I'm excited to see Joe Burrow play, but I'm also really nervous to see him play. Ravens have a lot of injuries as well. Lamar's questionable. I think he's been questionable. Oh, I'm about to. Never mind. I was going to say I'm going to punch myself. But Lamar's basically been questionable every game that he's played since he's been back. Kyle Hamilton got hurt as well. I thought he hurt his leg. I guess he's questionable for his shoulder. And then Rashad Bateman is not playing. Now, the Bengals also are going to be without Trey Hendrickson. I think he's not playing the rest of the season. There's just no chance he is. But the Bengals are probably going to lose by a lot. It's very unfortunate. And we got a tough next 5 games, or next 3 games, because we play the Ravens, the Bills, and then the Ravens again. And this is another game. Anybody you got in fantasy, I'd probably be playing them. Because I feel like this has just got Joe Burrow coming back. He always plays good against the Ravens. Doesn't beat them, but he plays good. So, yeah. I mean, I'm just so tired of the Bengals. They make me so fucking mad. The defense is terrible. They need to go fire Zach Taylor, get a new coach. There needs to be a way for people in the city of Cincinnati to be able to petition and get owners out and get this stupid fuck, Mike Brown, all off the team. Like, not to sell it. Like, we petition to sell it or something, because he is terrible. And he's never going to be better, because he just wants to save money so him and his family can go on a vacation and buy a boat or whatever the fuck he does. And it looked like it was going good when Katie Blackburn started helping out and selling naming rights to the stadium and all this stuff. But they spend all their money on shit probably for themselves, and they don't do anything that is helpful for us. And people are like, yeah, well, you guys spend all your money on 3 players on offense. Dude, we still, like, after Trey Hendrickson leaves, we're going to have really good amount of cap space. Like, let me see if I can find this. Like, as of right now, with Joe Burrow's contract being in, T's being in, Jamar's being in. We're going to have around $60 to $70 million in cap space. And Trey Hendrickson is gone after this year. So we're losing that, and that'll help us out a lot. Like it says that we're like estimated 69.5. But it says go up to 80.9. So I'm not really sure. It just kind of depends. But we really need to use that money all on defense. There's got to be some young dudes that are looking for that second contract. They're hungry, that'll actually come in and do some work on defense. Like Barrett Carter, I'm sorry, but this dude, he's got to fucking go already. He's garbage. At least put him on the bench. Let fucking Brian Asamoah play or fucking anybody else. Like it's terrible. I can't watch him anymore. He can't tackle. He can't do anything. And our defensive scheme needs to change. These dudes come into Cincinnati and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna run a good defense, do this, whatever." I mean, I don't know what the fuck Al Golden said, but and also the Bengals need to get rid of Orlando Brown. Dude's dog shit. But they need to get somebody in here that's gonna have these dudes working and tackling with their arms instead of their fucking shoulders. It's just annoying, you know. I know there's other fan bases that feel the same pain, probably not. Like, I mean, I know we went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but I think that was a fluke season, really, because we just had a great defense. We had Jesse Bates. They were not signing him because he wanted like $2 million more. Fucking go and sign the dude. It's fucking ridiculous. But, and then we're also I'm going to go over this Friday game because I'm also going to record on Friday. I'm probably going to record Friday. So I'm not going to post. I'm not posting Friday. I'm going to record Friday, post it on Saturday. Lied a little bit in the beginning. But we're going to go look at this one real quick. It is the Bears and the Eagles, I believe. Right. What are we doing? There we go. Score. Week 13. Thank you. Yeah, so the Bears and the Eagles play. I'm not picking against the Eagles this week, but I think it is going to be a scary game for them because they lose this one. They might be in a spiral going down, which I don't think they will lose. They just like need to, if you're passing, like doing what you're doing against Dallas, where you're passing so good and getting all these yards in the first quarter, like I know you need to adjust a little bit as the game's going on, but you gotta fucking be able to keep your offense rolling at least a little bit. You got Saquon. He's not having a great year, but you got to give him the ball, whether it's on the ground, in the air, whatever. And then A.J. Brown had a great start to the game, and then all of a sudden they just couldn't give him the ball. And same with Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith had a big catch at the end of that game, but you know the Bears too. They force turnovers. They're probably one of the they might be the top team in turnovers this year. So you got to be on your shit with them. And I think they might be getting Jalen Johnson back this week too, so that's not good news. I don't know if it's this week. It might be next week, but I mean they're fighting for the division right now, so they're gonna be there and ready. And Ben Johnson's got these dudes rolling. I know it's a better defense, so it's probably going to be not. I think Caleb's going to have a bad game probably, but if the Eagles aren't scoring, it's going to be tight, and it's going to be a sweater. You're going to be sweating your balls off if you're an Eagles fan. I'll tell you that. So yeah, I would be prepared for that. And then also I'm going to probably go over the Thursday games on Friday, and then the Friday game I'm probably just going to add that into the Sunday slate when I go over the Sunday games and then talk about Monday's game. But yeah, I think the Eagles are winning. I think it's going to be probably a low-scoring game. And I think the Eagles are for sure going to win it. Like, there's just no doubt in my mind the Eagles are winning. Their defense is just too good, especially for that young offense for the Bears. And the Eagles' defense is young, but it's good. So the Bears better be prepared for that. So now I'm going to go over the projection because it's obviously not out yet. I'm normally going to try and record on Tuesday when the bracket's about to be out, or it is out, whatever. We'll see. But the projection right now is Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Georgia, and then Ole Miss, Oregon, Oklahoma, or no, Texas Tech. Sorry, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Oregon, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Alabama, Miami, Tulane. Like I said, I don't think Tulane should be in there. I don't really know who should be. Probably should be James Madison, but James Madison's also not crazy good. They're also in a worse conference because I think I don't know what conference they're in, but they're not a crazy good school. And I don't know how Alabama, after I know they just won like by 59 or whatever, they should not be in it. There's other teams I think that should probably get in over them. Like, it's just got to be somebody else, dude. We're tired of seeing fucking Alabama. Tired of it. Oh, and it just started raining. Love that. Yeah. Miami, they got them at 11. I think Miami will probably make it just because they're going to be ACC champs probably. They don't really have much competition. The only team I can see beating them and getting that spot is Georgia Tech, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that either. It's going to be probably Miami getting in there. There's going to be fucking probably 6 to 7 SEC teams in it, would be my guess. Because right now they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in it. And they'll probably end up Texas or something. They'll probably end up getting in. Because if Texas beats A&M next week, then Texas will probably be in this bitch, which is unfortunate. Because I don't want to see only SEC teams. We might as well just rename it the fucking SEC College Football Playoff. But you're going to get that, though, I guess, when they start merging all these conferences and shit. Alabama, like I said, don't think they should be in it. I don't know who should be in over them, really. Because they always are taking into account their Alabama and they play in the SEC. Oh, they also lost to Florida State and lost to Oklahoma. And Oklahoma, before they played Alabama, hadn't looked good in the last couple weeks. Florida State looked good for 3 weeks. They get into conference play, they look like dog shit. Notre Dame's going to get in because fucking the committee loves Notre Dame, which I don't get because they don't play in a conference, which is good for Notre Dame because they just can play whoever the fuck they feel like playing, and then they can schedule their hard games early, lose 1 or 2 of them, and then just win out the rest of the season, and everybody's like, oh my God, Notre Dame's so good. So I don't see them beating Oklahoma personally. And if they do beat Oklahoma, they got to play Ohio State. We already saw that win. And that's just for now because we still got, 3 weeks left because we got next week. And then conference championship week, I believe. Could be wrong. I think there's either 1 or 2 weeks left in conference championship week. So, and then after that, Oklahoma, I think they're staying in. They're probably going to win the rest of their games. They're not going to get an SEC championship, but they'll probably get in. I don't know who the SEC championship's going to be, but Oregon, they're not going to make the Big Ten championship, but they're going to get in because they don't have anybody else to play. Ole Miss, I'm surprised they have them in, honestly, because they weren't even in it last week, and then they didn't play this week, and now they're in it. At least I don't believe they were. I could be stupid, but I don't believe I saw them in it last week. But if Ole Miss gets in, I think that'd be cool because it's gonna really. Kiffin is gonna be like there's no way you leave if you guys make it. And he's really probably going to be getting some good recruits down there with them winning how they're winning right now. They had Jackson Dart last year. They were good. They didn't make it. Hey, did they? No, they didn't. I wish they did. That would have been sick. And then we got Texas Tech, which they're going to win the Big 12. They're the best team in the Big 12 by far. Unless BYU can beat them. I think that's the only team I could see beating them, but they got a fucking true freshman quarterback. So that's going to be hard. Because I don't think Utah's beating them. So it's probably going to have to be Ole Miss. Or not Ole Miss, fucking BYU. I just looked at Ole Miss on my screen. And then Georgia, obviously, we know they're going to get in. I think that they would play A&M for the championship, SEC championship. And then A&M, they're for sure making it even if they lose the SEC championship. I mean, Georgia and A&M are going to make it. It doesn't matter who wins the SEC. Both of them are making it. Just going to change seeding, whatever. You know, it's going to be really annoying to see SEC just have every team in the playoff. But, I mean, they always have been good. I mean, they've won a lot of championships in the past 10, 15 years. So you can't really argue with it. And then A&M, I just talked about them. Don't know what I'm talking about. Indiana, they're probably the best offense in the country. But we'll see if they're the best offense in the country when they have to play Ohio State, because they're going to be playing Ohio State for sure, unless they somehow lose, which I doubt. And Ohio State, best defense in the country by a mile. I mean, they have the best defensive player in the country. They probably have the best or second best offensive player in the country, Jeremiah Smith. And then Carnell Tate, he's easily a fucking first-round pick as well, which Jeremiah Smith could have been a first-round pick probably last year, and he's a freshman, and he's literally a sophomore this year and has to play again next year. So, Ohio State's good. They're gonna be there. Unfortunately, I don't like them either. Just don't like their fans. But there's also Utah that they could get in, but they're only 2 losses. They have 2 losses, and their 2 losses are Texas Tech and BYU, which are the 2 other teams that they're fighting with. But they're gonna have, if BYU somehow loses another game, they're gonna have a head-to-head tiebreaker with BYU, and BYU beat them, so that's not good for them. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the college football playoff. So now we are going to move on to college basketball. So nobody's surprised probably about the rankings. I mean, it's Purdue right now, Arizona, Houston, Duke, UConn, Louisville. Louisville just beat Cincinnati, which is sad. Thought we were maybe going to have a chance at that game and get a chance to get into the top 25, but no. St. John's, obviously they're fucking good. They got Patino, and then Arkansas's got fucking Calipari. They just won tonight, or their last game, 115-61, which is fucking embarrassing for the team they played. In Arizona, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't really know the extent of the players for most teams. I don't even know who the best players are right now besides dude on BYU, AJ, fuck's his name, like depends years. Something. I don't know. I'm stupid. Don't know his name. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna be, BYU should be decent. I feel like they're not in the rankings. Oh no, they are. They're 9. I was like, where the hell are they? But yeah, Florida. They're coming off of. Did they win the championship last year? Yeah, because it was Walter Clayton, right? Yeah, I think it was. They won the championship last year. So yeah, they're Florida. I mean, I don't know how good Florida is. Haven't watched half these teams play. I've watched Louisville play. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's hard to keep up with every sport, but I try my best because I just love basically every sport for the most part. Like when it's golf season, I'll talk more about some golf and stuff too, but I just have no clue who all the good players are. I'll be more in tune with it once the NFL starts to slow down after the playoffs are over and stuff. It's really easy for me to be able to get back into it once the Bengals suck, which obviously they do. So, yeah. But I think, I don't really have much on college basketball. Like I said last time, I would love to have more to talk about on college basketball. If anybody has any ideas, leave me some suggestions on what I could talk about with college basketball or the NCAA, like anything actually. If you have any ideas of like something you would like me to talk about, throw it at me. I'll talk about any sport. I'll look up like some shit about some sports, like some crazy stats or some players or some throwback shit or whatever, anything like that. But now we are going to move on to the MLB free agency and the offseason that's been happening. So a lot of notable free agents. Max Scherzer. We got Bo Bichette. Gary Sanchez is garbage. And then let's see. Hold on, let me click on this other link. Sorry, that's wild. Yeah, so we got Kyle Tucker, obviously the biggest free agent out there. I mean, quite easily. If he's gonna get an insane deal, if you keep up with baseball, you're gonna see Kyle Tucker be getting fucking a lot of money, lots and lots of money. But other than Kyle Tucker, we got Bregman is a free agent. Sorry. And then Bo Bichette, Pete Alonso, because he was a free agent, I think, last year or 2 years ago. He's re-upped with the Mets from some of the better pitchers as well. We got Framber Valdez, Dylan Cease, Cease, Zach Gallen, and Ranger Suarez. And then some other moves that have happened. The Orioles and the Angels. The Orioles got Grayson Rodriguez, and the Orioles. The Angels got Grayson Rodriguez. The Orioles got Taylor Ward. Doesn't really make sense to me because Grayson Rodriguez was like a top 10 prospect when they called him up. And then all of a sudden they just trade him. Not really sure why, but doesn't make any sense to me. Grayson Rodriguez, he's young. He's good. He will probably be good eventually. I mean, even if he had a bad season or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. It made no sense. And then the other trade was Marcus Semien for Brandon Nimmo. Semien, he's been on a steady decline recently in the past couple of years with his bat. But the dude is an amazing defender. It's really hard for defending to leave you when you're playing baseball, I feel like, because you don't see dudes that are, once they start getting older, their glove leaves them. Their bat can leave them, but their glove, for the most part, will not leave them. And they're about to have a really nice middle infield. Like Marcus Semien and Francisco Lindor together is going to be a fun watch for sure. And it also frees up. I think I saw that they freed up like $20 or $30 million, which apparently people are thinking they did that so they can throw a shit ton of money at Kyle Tucker, which would be nuts because they would be loaded, even though they didn't. I don't think they looked great last year. I mean, they missed the playoffs because they lost out to the Reds when they were up like fucking 5 games with like 15 to go or something. So that's kind of embarrassing. And then also Edwin Diaz might be leaving the Mets, which is ignorant. Don't know why they would not sign him back. I know he didn't have a great year last year because I think he missed like half the season or not a lot of the season, but a decent amount. Doesn't make any sense to me. He's got to be somebody you want to keep on your team. And a lot of people think that, what a surprise, the Dodgers are going to go try and get him. And then maybe the Blue Jays, which is actually surprising. But don't know why why fucking Dodgers and the Yankees have to get everybody. And then I'm going to go through some people predicting where some of these players are going to go as well. So Kyle Tucker, there are 3 different answers for this one. They got Blue Jays, Yankees, Dodgers. I personally would like him to go to the Blue Jays, but I also think it'd be good for baseball if he went to the Mets, just because please fucking knock the Yankees out of New York. Like, make them not the best team in New York. But if he goes to the Blue Jays, I think that'd be fucking fantastic for them, especially to get back to the World Series. And then the Yankees, why? No one wants to see that. Dodgers, why? No one wants to see that. We hate you. No one that cheers for a team in MLB likes the Yankees or the Dodgers. I can bet money on it, unless you're just a fucking bandwagon or whatever. Have fun with that, I guess. And then Bo Bichette, they have Atlanta, and then the Blue Jays, which I don't know why he wouldn't go back to the Blue Jays, but maybe he's tired of being in Canada. I'm not sure. I think he probably will go back to the Blue Jays, which would be great for them because he, for the most part, from when I've seen him play and seen his stats, he seems to be one of their better, consistently good hitters. It's definitely a good keep to have him on your team if you can keep him. And then that Bregman, a lot of people have him going back to the Red Sox. One guy has him going back to the Cubs. Back to the Cubs. I don't know why the fuck I said that. Going back to the Red Sox, and then one guy has him going to the Cubs. If the Cubs got him, I'd be really upset, but I would 100% be fine with them getting Bregman rather than them getting Kyle Tucker or having Kyle Tucker, because that is a great trade-off. Kyle Tucker's unreal. Bregman's good. He had a great season last year. Terrible start, I think, to the season last year, if I remember correctly, but he was very good last year for the Red Sox. And that short porch, I don't know, I said that. The Green Monster, as intimidating as it looks, it's also, if you can get the ball to go, it will fly over that motherfucker. So it's not the bad thing to be playing there for your home games. And then we got a pitcher. We got Framber Valdez. Now he's on the Astros, and it seems like they're not going to get him back. I feel like I'm losing my voice. They got him going to Blue Jays, Giants, and Orioles. I would like to see him not go to any crazy good team. The Orioles probably need it because their pitching their team in general has just been very inconsistent. They won I think 90 games 2 years ago, and then this past year they were terrible. Giants started the season off great past year, and then they started playing like shit, which it would be nice to have a dude like Framber Valdez. And then the Blue Jays, if they get him, they are gonna be good. It'd be unfortunate. I would say. And the next one's Pete Alonso. Two of them think he's going to the Mets, one to the Red Sox. If he went to the Red Sox, it'd be nice, especially because you could either have him DH or whatever because of forget what his name is, Mayer or whatever, the dude they called up last year that balled out and then I think he got hurt. Would be a good signing. You could switch them off when one of them needs a break, let one of them play DH. I mean, it'd be a nice little trade-off. I think that dude played first base. I could be wrong. But would be a nice trade-off for them. And the Mets, obviously, if they get him back, he's Pete Alonso. He probably loves being in New York. And then after that, we have Mr. Cody Bellinger. And they think back to the Yankees, Diamondbacks, and Giants. Diamondbacks would probably be nice because Diamondbacks are a pretty good team. I know they played like shit last year. I feel like they'll probably end up being decent again. And they got great bats everywhere. For the most part, Geraldo Perdomo, Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll, they're a good team. I think they'll figure it out next year. I know last year was bad for them. And then the Giants, if the Giants get him, that would probably be nice for them too, because him hitting it into the triples alley and why did I say New York? San Francisco would be fucking fantastic for the Giants. And then hopefully he doesn't go back to the Yankees because, like I said, I don't want anybody going back to the Yankees. And then the Kyle Schwarber, the Phillies. They have him going to the Phillies. I really hope that Kyle Schwarber, because he's been saying it for months now, that he would love to play with the Reds. If we get Kyle Schwarber, I will be so happy. That would be one of the best signings that the Reds have had in forever as a free agent. Because I don't even know the last good free agent signing we even had. Because we fucking signed Jamer Candelario or traded for him or whatever it was. And that was terrible. He played terrible the entire time he was here. But we did make a trade. Got Brian Hayes, which is nice. Have some dude shut down the corners. But it's probably not gonna... He'll probably leave eventually because other teams need good corner infielders, and why the fuck would you stay with the Reds? They don't even try to win. Dylan Cease, they have him either going to Atlanta, the Orioles, or the Giants. Honestly, if I'm the Padres, I would try and get him back. But especially with all the dudes they just fucking traded for right before the deadline, they were going for it. I would probably try and get him back. If he goes to Atlanta, be good for them. Atlanta had a down year last year, but it's Atlanta. They're, I feel like, almost always good. Orioles, like I said, they need pitching. They need a lot of shit, probably like a couple of veterans on the team, which would help them out. The Giants, they're going to probably have them for a couple of pitchers. Honestly, they needed, like, the Giants were good, and then they were just all of a sudden shitty. Zach Gallen, they have him going to the Mets and the Phillies. The Mets would be nice for him. I mean, so would the Phillies. Just being on a good team. Like, if you have Zach Gallen, Aaron Nola, and who is the other good pitcher? God damn it. Why can't I think of it? Aaron Nola. And I can't think of his name right now. Like I said, it's like 4 in the morning. That'd be great for them, though, the Mets and the Phillies. They have Edwin Diaz, Mets, Blue Jays, Dodgers. I really hope he doesn't go to the Dodgers. I really don't. I don't have much to say on that. The Mets, they probably need him because they fucking blew their season last year, and he helps get saved games. I know that he's not going to save their season, but, you know. The Blue Jays, they probably need some back-end pitching as well as the Dodgers, because the Dodgers, they were just throwing out every fucking pitcher they got damn good in the playoffs. Like, they have some good relief arms, but they're not amazing. So we'll see. And I think they're starting to put Roki Sasaki. Fuck, I forget how to say his name too. But he's young too, and he's probably going to end up being a good pitcher for them. Whether they have him starting or closing or relief pitching, whatever. Dude can throw 100 miles an hour. He just needs to get more control on his pitches. Ranger Suarez, they got him going to the Cubs and the Tigers. I really hope he doesn't go to the Cubs because the Reds will not get a hit off of him. There will be a game where the Reds get no hit against him if he goes to the Cubs. Tigers, I don't really have much to say about the Tigers. I don't really know. I mean, they got Scooble, obviously, which would be a nice two for Scooble to have with him. But that's all of the free agents that they are showing on here that are bigger ones. I just really hope that next season that the Reds don't look terrible. You know, it'd be nice to watch your team not play like dog shit every fucking year. Yeah, it's ass. You think, I don't know if there's anything else I really can talk about. Some of the stuff, just to give you, just kind of fill in some time for a second, just to see if there's anything else I really need to talk about. But we got coming up this weekend, Ohio State and Michigan, because it's rivalry week. Can't wait for that. Apparently, oh wait, no. They did make a trade. What are we talking about? Yeah, not seeing too much. That's crazy. Shohei Ohtani had a bat sell for $300,000. That's fucking insane. Yeah. I do know that I saw in Formula One. I don't know. I don't really watch it. I've tried. I'm not really big into racing, but that Lando Norris won the, like, I think how they set up the poll, like whoever has the fastest lap or whatever it is. I don't know how they do it. I forget. But that he and also Piastri were able to race now because of something. And that really fucks them over because if Max Verstappen wins, he's going to be in the lead, I believe, or he'll be right behind Lando Norris for the championship with like 2 races left, which would be nuts. That would be wild if that happened. Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much. Give me like 2 seconds and I will see what's up. This will probably get cut out, but yeah, I think that's probably about it for now. This will be a shorter episode. But like I said, anybody that's watching, give some more ideas of what to talk about. Maybe like some sports or some storylines or something that maybe I missed. Only other thing I could really think about is just so I have a little bit more to talk about. Just for this is the Premier League this weekend, which I will do. And then most of the episode on Friday will be talking about the NFL upcoming games, Thursday games that just happened. Some NBA stuff, probably about what's happened the last couple of days, which I didn't talk about for some reason, which I will also do that. Let me get on here and do that. Oh, shit about that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go over the Premier League first. Let's go to the matches for this weekend, unless they're on an international break, then I wouldn't be surprised. I'll do just go over some of the games, and I'll do a prediction maybe. We'll see. So the first game of the weekend, listed anyways, is Burnley and Brentford. Real sleeper. You can probably sleep through that one. Brentford will probably win. Burnley is, I'm pretty sure, on the verge of getting relegated again. Or not again, but getting relegated back to where they were last year. I would probably say it's a draw, but if I had to pick a winner, I would say Brentford would probably win that one. Man City's playing Leeds. They should beat Leeds. If they don't beat Leeds, I'll be very upset. Yeah, that will really, really piss me off if that's the case. But Leeds is also, Jesus Christ, my throat, on the verge of getting relegated. And then we got Sunderland, Bournemouth. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do a score prediction actually. Brentford and Burnley, I'll say is 2-2 draw. Man City and Leeds, I think Man City probably 3-0 would be my guess. Then we got Bournemouth, Sunderland. Sunderland has been playing unreal. I think they're kind of coming back down to earth a little bit, but they also made some great signings in the summer, like Granit Xhaka, which I think that might honestly, I don't know why I said a couple. I think they made a really good signing with him. And then Bournemouth, they've been a pretty good, decent team the last couple years, or year, 2 years. I would probably say Bournemouth wins this one. I would probably give it they probably win 2-1. And then Newcastle, Everton. Newcastle's got to win that game. I know they just beat Man City, which really is upsetting because Man City is just not themselves. Like I said, they're in a rebuild type, not rebuild, retooling would be a better way to put it. But yeah, I think Newcastle should win, but I think I'm gonna go with a draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. And then the last game on Saturday is Tottenham and Fulham. I would love Fulham to win. I like Fulham a little bit just because someone from England bought me some stuff that because they are Fulham fans and they have season tickets for them. They bought me a scarf, and then a hat, which I love. It's really nice, really cool. But I think Tottenham's winning, especially after they got their ass whooped by Arsenal. Like as they dropping a hat trick on you, you got to go do something after that. So I think Tottenham's probably going to win. I would say 1-0. No, I won't say no, not 1-0. I'll say 2-1 Tottenham. And then the Sunday games early on in the morning because I am not in England, obviously. Crystal Palace, Man U. I think Man U should win. This is a winnable game for them. I mean, they have to win. Man U's just been so bad for the past 5 years. They haven't been terrible, but the past year they were really terrible. And then I think they should win. I would probably give them. I would say probably yeah. And then Aston Villa, Wolves. Wolves are garbage. This is not going to be the first game they win. I know Aston Villa is not having a good season compared to how they played last year, But I am going to say Aston Villa wins this one. I'll probably give it to them 2-0. Nottingham Forest, Brighton. I think Nottingham Forest is going to come down right off of that fucking hill that they were on for winning against Liverpool. Which is not that Liverpool is like, oh my, we shouldn't beat them, but Liverpool's having a terrible season. So I think Nottingham Forest probably lose. Nah, I think it'll probably be a draw. I'll say 1-1 draw. And then sorry. And then West Ham and Liverpool. I think Liverpool's going to come and win this one. They have to. They have to win this one. West Ham has been very bad this year. Liverpool has to win this one. I would probably give it to Liverpool. I say 2-1 would probably be my guess. And then the big game of the week, Arsenal and Chelsea, 1-2 right now in the Premier League. Really hope Chelsea win. I really, really, really do. But I don't think they will. I think, if anything, it'll be a draw. And my prediction for it will be a 3-3 draw. I don't know, actually, no, because Arsenal's not giving up 3 goals. I'll say a 2-2 draw. That'd be ideal, right? That'd be nice. Well, it just got really bright. Premier League side is very dark. Just go over, which it's not me going over them because I didn't watch the game. The Raptors and Jesus Christ, Raptors and the Cavaliers played. It looks like they have a decent amount of people hurt right now. Oh, that's just rest, I guess. DeAndre Hunter. Garland has been out all season. Garrett Allen was out. Didn't have Max Strus. Didn't have Craig Porter, which he's been playing really good for them. So they lost, which is not surprising with the cast of players they had. I mean, they started Lonzo Ball and Jalen Tyson, and Larry Nance played fucking 18 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you're really not going to win a lot of games when you shoot 14 for 48 from 3. And Donovan Mitchell's 3 for 12, and Lonzo Ball's 2 for 12 from 3. So I'm not surprised they didn't win. And Brandon Ingram dropped 37 on their fucking foreheads. So that Toronto team, they got a nice little squad over there. I'm not gonna lie. I think they don't even have RJ Barrett right now. So they could. I mean, and Scotty Barnes is a good player. I know he's a little slow, but he's pretty nice. Brandon Ingram, obviously, he's the scoring guy on the team, and he is always high. No doubt about it. And then the Pacers lose again. They have 2 wins on the season. And the Pistons extend their winning streak to 13 straight games. Yeah, I about said 15, but that means they lost their first 2 and won the rest. The Pistons they just from a couple of years ago just started building a powerhouse team. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren is really good. And also, Cade Cunningham is unreal too. He's also on my no bet list because he's fucked me over too many times on bets. Because I put him for like 15 points or something, and he'll go out and get fucking 12. And then the next game, he'll score 40. So, fuck him. Not really. I like Cade Cunningham. But Asor Thompson, the worst of the 2 twins, but he's still very good. They have such a nice squad over there. They got LeVert coming off the bench. They still got Jaden Ivey. I mean, they're a good team, man. I think the Pistons could do some shit this year. Pacers, they're just in a bad spot. Got all their dudes hurt. I mean, Tyrese is probably out most of the season, if not the whole season. Aaron Nesmith's hurt right now. Obi Toppin's hurt. They traded fucking Miles Turner. There's just a lot going in the wrong direction for them. The Knicks beat the Nets. Not a surprise. They should be beating the Nets. We're not going to sit here and act like that's some crazy shit. Cat had 37. Dude was 14 for 20. Jalen Brunson, 27. Josh Hart, Mr. Can't score, but can do everything else. And then I guess they didn't have OG. Yeah, no, OG's not playing. They won, and it was their 12th straight win. Oh, never mind. 12th straight win over Brooklyn is what that said. And Brooklyn's just not a good team. They're probably not really going to be a good team for a while. I mean, their best players, Michael Porter Jr., and Michael Porter Jr. sprays threes no matter what the fuck's going on. He don't give a fuck. Doesn't give a shit. He will throw up a 3 no matter what's going on. And there's a lot of games tonight. Or yesterday. It's kind of stupid I'm talking about this now. I'll go over a little bit of the games tomorrow. Heat and Dallas. My throat's really pissing me off. Throat goat, always doing that work. So the Mavericks moved Klay Thompson to the bench, which I don't really get. I know he's getting older, but he's got to be still one of their better defenders. And they barely played D'Angelo Russell, which I don't know would play him. But I feel like he's also very good at passing the ball and definitely can set people up. But Cooper Flag had a bad game. PJ Washington scored 27. Yeah, I mean, they just didn't shoot very good. They shot 39% from the field and 30 from three. And the Heat, they're terrible from three, but they just make a decent amount of free throws and made more shots in general. So they're I'm guessing 16 turnovers to 13. I mean, it's not very far off. The Heat, they're just always good. Spoelstra's just a really good coach. I mean, he never has them really playing bad. It doesn't really matter bad on the floor. And Khalil Ware he's a dog. I think he had let me see. I just went off of it for a second. He had 20 points, 18 rebounds. Dude is big, lengthy, gets on the boards. It's what you need out there. And then the Nuggets and the Grizzlies. Jesus Christ. Jokic, I mean, the games that he doesn't score, it don't even matter. He's doing everything. Dude had 17 points, 10 boards, 16 assists. If your center's getting you 16 assists, dude, it's nice. And their bench, not crazy deep at the moment, just because they also don't have Christian Brown or Aaron Gordon, and Julian Strother's not playing. But them going out and getting Cameron Johnson, great for them. Peyton Watson's young, and he scored 27 tonight. They still have Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway. I don't remember if he signed with them recently or if he's been on their team. But Tim Hardaway's always going to get you some buckets. And the Grizzlies, they're kind of in the dumps because I think it's getting to the point where they're maybe Ja Morant asking for a trade. I wouldn't want to be there personally. But yeah, they lost. They lost to the Nuggets. Who would have fucking thought, Jeremy Grant, that dude has just always been a dude. Does it? He's either scoring or he's playing crazy good defense for the most part. But he's also getting pretty old, I think. I feel like he's been in the NBA forever. But yeah. Oh, I didn't even know they got Caleb Love. I thought he was going to be so good. Doesn't seem like it. You can't start for the Blazers. Not a good start for you. And Denny Advia's been playing so good. Dude was averaging 27 a game at one point. That's ridiculous. But they won their game. Didn't have Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard. Didn't have Shaden Sharp. I did not know they had Matisse Thybulle. No Scoot Henderson. They had all of them people out and still won the game. It's embarrassing for no, they didn't have the. If the Bucks are playing Thanasis, then it's not a good sign for them. You don't want to be playing Thanasis. And because Giannis didn't play. So that you're not expecting the Bucks to win if Giannis isn't playing. Just always keep that in the back of your head. If that's the case, they're not fucking winning. The Pelicans and the Bulls. Pelicans put up 143 points on the Bulls when the Bulls looked like one of the better teams in the league this year in the first 10 games. And the Pelicans are 3-15. How do you let that happen? Ayo Dusan, I forget. I don't know. I've heard how to say his name, but I'm terrible at saying it. Matthias Buzelis, the Bulls have a good. I mean, I guess they didn't have a lot of good players playing either. Kevin Huerter didn't play. Nikola Vucevic, but you got to win that game. I don't care who you got playing. And Zion, all he can do is score. Dude can't do anything else, and he's always hurt. I'm surprised he even played today. Derek Queen's been looking like a great addition to their team. I don't know if they had him last year. I think he was in college last year. I could be wrong. Sadiq Bey, I liked Sadiq Bey. I thought that he was going to be so good when he was on the Hawks. I think it was the Hawks. He was starting. But then he's just been getting tossed around like I don't know. Like, and I don't know why after last year with Yves Missy that he isn't starting. Dude was unreal last year. But I guess he basically started. He played fucking 10 more minutes than Derek Queen did. And then they got little pesty boy, Jose Alvarado. Dude just runs around the court like a psychopath. And then Herb Jones, I saw that he's supposed to be out for a while. They didn't have Jordan Poole, no DeJounte Murray. So I can't believe they won that game. It's crazy. The Rockets beat the Suns, two of the teams on the hot streaks, and the Rockets take it. KD didn't even play because he was out with his family matter that he had. But Amin Thompson came in, filled the role for him. Sengun, if he's not scoring, it doesn't matter because he'll do basically everything. He didn't have a crazy great game. For Sengun, he normally is scoring like 20 and having 10 rebounds and like 8 assists or something. But they still won, even though they had no KD. And Tari Eason didn't play. And they still don't have Fred VanVleet. But when Aaron Holiday's giving you 22 off the bench, you'll take it. And then Devin Booker played like not great because he's normally getting about 25 a game. Got 18 to get this game. I mean, the Suns, I'm surprised they're doing good, honestly. Their team is not like, you'd look at their team and be like, they're probably not that good. But they're fucking doing it. I mean, no surprise, or not no surprise. I just fucking said it's a surprise. So yeah, they lost. The Suns lost that game. The Suns, or not the Suns. What am I talking about, dude? The Kings beat the Timberwolves in overtime, and it seems like from what I'm reading that the Kings took an advantage of the Timberwolves' second straight game where they just collapse and lose. Julius Randle, 17, but Ant, he is that motherfucker. Anthony Edwards is so good. Like, if they don't win a championship, I would be surprised because Anthony Edwards is a psychopath. He is so good. Yeah, I mean he's just a dog, a dog. Sick him. That commercial's fucking hilarious. And then the Kings, the shitty Kings. They've been starting Russell Westbrook a lot lately, and he is going to have his Westbrook nights where he tonight had 7, shot 3 for 11, 7 boards, 7 assists. You get what you get with Russell Westbrook at this point. I love Russell Westbrook, but he is getting old. And you lose that athleticism, he's not losing it really. I guess he's probably still fucking yamming on people. And DeRozan's 15-15 from the free throw line. That's really going to help you out and help your percentages out. Malik Monk getting 22 off the bench and fantastic for them. And Keegan Murray, obviously, dude didn't spray like crazy tonight, but 3 for 5. He normally, I feel like, shoots way more threes than that. And then the Warriors, I did not click on that. Beat the Jazz 134-117. Larry Markkinen did not score 30, so they will not win. But Ace Bailey had a good game, and the dude said he didn't even want to be there, which is fucking hilarious. Which I don't know why you're caring where you're going. If you're going to the NBA, don't know why you care. You're going to the NBA, dude. Who cares? And Steph has been balling this past 2 or 3 weeks. Had 31 tonight. 6 for 17 for 3. Obviously, Steph's going to be throwing up a lot of threes. But the Warriors are surprisingly not doing insanely terrible, especially with how old they are. They are starting to get those younger dudes into their game plan, like Pajemski and Quinn Post and some of them other dudes they got. But no Draymond, no Horford, no Kuminga. You win the game, yeah, fucking take it. I'll tell you that much. I'm still pissed that Horford went to their team. I wish he would have signed back with the Celtics. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. I'm also going to have to add a clip in because I didn't talk about this, and I'm going to talk about it now. Go to wannaparlay.com. Use code JMP, promo code JMP, and get 100% deposit match. $10 up to $250. You put $250 in, you getting $250 in free bonus bets or whatever way they give it to you. And same with $10. $10, you get $10. I mean, why wouldn't you take it, It's going to be a good day tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a good day. And I will talk to you, for me, Friday, for you, Saturday. So, deuces.